Hey, be prepared for this one. It's going to be emotional. This is Wednesday, June the 21st. I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I drove here from Arizona, from a place called Shinle, Arizona. It's an Indian reservation way up north. I'm so emotional. So it's a 350-mile drive to get here, and to Santa Fe, and I decided to stay at an Airbnb. I didn't I didn't decide to make the reservations until about an hour. Just a second. Okay, I wanted to wait till I could cry, but I don't think that's gonna happen, and I have to capture this moment. So I didn't make the reservation until about an hour before I got here. It was very random, and I was on the highway, and I made it as soon as I had a signal because I haven't been having one. So I pull up this beautiful dirt road with these beautiful houses, and I came to the one I was supposed to be at, and it sits on a hill with a beautiful view of where the sunset's going to be. So I was really excited since the sunset's going to be in the perfect spot, and I got here in plenty of time, and I won't have to drive anywhere. So this very lovely lady who lives here, Jeannie, stayed to wait for me, and she showed me in, and we started to talk, and she showed me to my room. She's an artist, and she's got some very pretty paintings, and one that's in here really spoke to me right away. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see. So here it is. It's an angel. And she calls it Living Life. And for most of you that know me, I've living life by the drop is kind of my philosophy, and that was hers when she did this. Just living life by the drop, living life by the breeze. And when she told me that was such an affirmation that I was in the right place. Besides the painting just being so beautiful. So we started to talk about that, and I asked her if she had prints of it, because I'm quite sure it's expensive, and I don't have the budget for that, but the painting just spoke to me, and it's my room. There's more than one room here, and that was my room. Well, when she told me that, it made me happy. The sunset was a real happy thing, and then seeing the painting made me feel really happy too. And I knew I was in the right place, and this has been such a spiritual journey for me. So I was excited about that. But when she sat down to talk to me here in the room, she told me that the way that she had been conflicted in her life, and that she was doing paintings of women that are being held back, and kind of a bondage thing. And then when she came out of her depression, that was her angel. Well, then she proceeds to show me that she had a tattoo, and she opened her fingers, and here was a semicolon. It's a semicolon, if I didn't say that right the first time. And what that is it means that you still have a story to tell. People that are suicidal, this is a symbol for them, to each other, that they still have a story to tell. And it's a promise to each other to go on with life and not to take their lives. So as most of you know, this has been the thing that's been the hardest for me is getting over my daughter's death, my daughter's suicide. And there have been so many affirmations and so many spiritual things that have happened. And today would be the last day that I'd be staying out before I go home, just for this to happen and to have my host be a woman that was suicidal. And she decided to stay, and she decided that she still had a story to tell, and she's here to talk about it. And to see her here, and to see her beautiful spirit and her artistic nature, to still be here with us and be able to tell people her story, really spoke to me. And it was just such an affirmation to me that I'm doing exactly what God has planned. And I am so blessed, and I'm so overwhelmed by His Spirit. I just needed to share that and maybe finish up my time with being raw and letting everyone see this side of me when it's all been fun. And I haven't shared all of that, but I wanted to tonight. I just had to. So, not only that, but when I walked in the room and she started to tell me that story, and I saw her tattoo on her finger. I glanced over at the clock and it was 5:55. 5:55. To those of you that I've been talking to along the way, you know what that means. And then once again, it was just another sign. I'm so blessed. Okay, I've got wine to drink and a sunset to watch. Make it a good evening, because I know I will. Bye for now.